anywhere in the world that agriculture is being done and being done successfully, you have the alignment of proper, strong policy with strong support for private sector, good private sector environment and initiative, as well as a clear understanding of the market and the whole marketing aspect. So all of them work together hand in hand, but the value chain analysis really looks at all of the different parts of it. So not just does it look at the product from the start to the market, but it also examines what is the institutional support that's required, what is the policy environment that is required, what is the standards that are required. So for example, if you want to break into a new market, even within the region, the standards differ from one country to another. And if you do not have an understanding of that, or you do not prepare your product to meet that market, you could end up in a situation where you produce a whole lot and you're in trouble. Too often, though, we tend to look at agriculture and we feel that the solution is just a production issue. And so what you tend to happen is, for at the policy level, you have support for increasing production. But then you have no production planning. You do not have production planning that is linked to market. So you end up in a situation where 1,000 seedlings are given to farmers to produce sweet peppers, as we just found out in St Vincent. This is a real story. And all the farmers plant them at the same time. And what you have happening is the reaping of the crop coincides with a significant importation of sweet peppers. Who do you think suffer? Not the importers or the country that we're importing from, because the importers have already spent that money and that product is there. It is the farmers who have put in time, effort, money. And very often we have those crops just remaining on the field to rot, because the whole issue of value adding and processing is totally absent. You have to do the robust analysis. So analysis is important, and that is what the center is hoping to bring to the entire thing. And then outside of diversifying within and along the value chain of banana, there is diversifying into other things. And even if we talk fruit and veg, it is whether you remain with fresh production, so you're producing fresh fruit and veg for export, or you are doing frozen, or you are doing further processing. All of these things are decisions that need to be made, but you cannot just pull it out of a hat. You decide where you go as a country based on robust analysis. You need to know what is the market. You need to know who are your competitors. You need to know what are your competitors selling at, what are the prices they're selling at. Understanding the market requires that you understand what is the standards that you need to meet, what is the bureaucratic requirement that you need to meet in order to be able to deliver on that. Who are the lead firms in the international space, and how can you find a space in there for you. So even when we talk organic, and I know there's a lot of conversation about organic, before we can actually say yes we can, if we're looking at producing organic for an export market, we have to do the robust analysis to determine how we can, where are the niche markets for the things that we could potentially produce and produce in the necessary volumes using organic farming. And understand that market, understanding the market. We have to move from being producer-driven alone to being entire chain focus, so that even as we are fixing the challenges that will allow us to produce in a sustainable manner, so that we can impact positively on price and keep it as competitive as we can, we also simultaneously have to be focusing on the other aspect, the market, the consumer, what the consumers, who are the consumers, what they need, what are their price, what are the price they're prepared to pay for the product, how do they want the product packaged. I could give you an example of a farmer in Chile, for example, who started just producing cucumbers alone and realized the similarities between producing cucumbers for only part of the year, and then his farm is down for the rest of the year, and then adding other products, and then he did it just strictly for a fresh market. So he was simply boxing and he was selling. But then he had a situation where he had a lot of small take sweet pepper. He had a lot of small sweet peppers which didn't meet the standard of that particular market, selling them individually. And what he thought he would do is something different. So he took 3-4 small sweet peppers, he put them in a little package, he labeled it nicely, and he simply tested the market with it and found that there was a demand for that. That is moving up the value chain.